Good evening, good evening, good evening, Next Level. Welcome, 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 welcome. Come on and join in tonight. I want to welcome you all to our live Next Level tonight. Want to thank God and bless God for all of you all being here. So come on, dive in here. You all know what to do. I want you to be a part. I want you to hit the like button. I want you to hit the share button. I want you to invite as many people as you can in with us on tonight. And I just thank God for what He's gonna do with us on tonight. And I've been listening to this. I've been in like just a super excited mood today, just watching God not just bless me, but bless other people. So I just want you to put on the screen, God did that. God did that for me. Um, God did that for me. So come on, let's put it on the screen. I just thank God that God did it. And if he hadn't got to you yet, as you may feel like there's some things that you're waiting on, just even declare tonight, God still did it for me. God is doing it for me. He's working it out for me. And I want you to put hands on the screen because I want to be excited tonight about what we're doing and what God is doing. So we give God all the glory and we thank God for just being here on tonight. And I'm a proud pastor. I'm a proud dad tonight. I went into my daughter's get I'm a little Gidget situated. I had the opportunity today to go watch my daughter graduate and get her master's degree, and so I'm so proud of my daughter Tangeniqua and just the steps that she have made. And as a father, I'm just proud because I know she had to go through a lot to get to that space, and I had the opportunity to witness that. So to God be the glory. God is just doing some great things. How many of you don't mind saying that tonight? God is really doing some great things in our lives. And so I want to welcome you all to Next Level Thinking. Many of you all have been a part of Next Level since it started. Some of you all just came on board. Some of you all, you may be just zooming by. You may not even stay for the whole thing, but I just pray and thank God that you're here. And like every Tuesday, I always tell you all to make this declarations. There's two things I'm going to do for the rest of my life that are important to me out of all the other things. I'm always going to declare, and I'm always going to plant seeds. I'm always going to speak into my life, and I'm always sow into what I believe God is going to do. So I want you to declare tonight that I'm going to the next level. I'm going to the next level. And so I'm going to the next level. And I need you to write that big and bold. Tonight, I'm going to the next level. And I need you to speak that into your life. The power of life and death is going to always be in your tongue. And it's what you say and what you speak out of your mouth and what you declare out of your mouth. The words are important. And speaking things into your life are valuable and it's important. So as you can see, I'm here tonight at the church doing some work. I had the opportunity to pray tonight for City Council and here in City of Hateville where we are. And I just praise God for all that He's doing. So tonight I want to ask God just to let this broadcast go forward. I pray that it bless as many ears as possible. Remember, always speak. Whoever's on the other end of my voice, I pray that whatever I'm saying tonight is going to be the difference maker for you. I pray that nothing hinders us from getting this broadcast abroad and nothing stops these words from going into the light. So as you can see how I opened up tonight, I opened up and I prayed that you feel as though, you know, that I'm focused on what I really want to do. And again, we all dealing, we all experiencing some trying times. And for me personally, I had to come to a point that I'm teaching this series on this month. And I want to share with you all about shifting your focus. And I want you to put that on the screen tonight. I'm shifting my focus. I had to just come to a place that I had to really stop focusing on where I was and focus on where I'm going. I had to really get my focus on what I believe and what I know to believe that God is going to do for me. And I had to stop focusing on where I am. I had to focus on where I'm going. And I want you to say that. I'm focusing on where I'm going. And I had to stop spending so much time focusing on where I am. And I had to keep working and keep believing that next level, like I always say, there's a next level for you. Somebody put that on the screen. There's a next level for me. I had to keep believing that, and I had to focus on believing that there was a next level on me. So when you shift your focus, it means to, I want to say it right, intentionally redirect your attention. It means to redirect your attention from really what's dominating and what's taking space in your mind and what's filling your mind to really what should be guiding your mind. So you're going to shift your attention. You're going to take your attention off the things that are really dominating your mind, that are really causing you not to focus on where you're going. Hear me tonight. Where you're going is important. That's why stopping you is a goal of the enemy. I want you to put this on the screen. Where I'm going is important. And don't downsize where you're going and what you're doing, because it matters. And you got to really get your eyes focused and redirect. So you got to stop letting all of these thoughts and worries and cares, and we're human. And we're going to have natural response to things. We're going to have human response to things. But what we want to do, and what I want to teach you all tonight, is how to shift your focus from things that are dominating you to get your mind on and taking control of your mind and guiding your mind to what you know God is going to do for me. I want you to say this just as loud and as crazy it may sound. God's not finished with you yet. Somebody said, God's not finished with me yet. There's so much more that God has in store for us, and we got to shift our focus on those things. So I try to stay within my 25, 30-minute range, and so I want to do that tonight. So how then do we get to this point, and how can you help tonight shift my focus and get my mind guided right and thinking right and not stressing and not worrying and not being just overpowered by the cares of this world? Well, the first thing you got to do is you got to start focus on the opportunities that you do have and stop focus on the ones that you lost. Number one, focus on the opportunities that you do have, these opportunities that are sitting right in front of you, and stop focusing on the ones that you lost. Here is one of my issues that I had in growing and getting to this point. I spent a lot of time wondering why it didn't happen for me. I spent a lot of time wondering why things sometimes ain't going the way I wanted to go. Somebody say, you already talking to me, Bishop. I spent a lot of time just wondering, why am I putting so much work in, or why am I trying so hard and not getting the results that I want? And so there was a lot of questions as to why this and why that. And I had to come to a point that I had to realize, and even in doing all of this, there was still some opportunities that I was kind of letting go by me, because I was spending so much time trying to figure out why things ain't happening for me. And so there were things that I lost. There were opportunities that I could have, and I'm gonna use me because I don't want nobody to get offended, but there were some things that kind of slipped past me because I'm still trying to figure out why this didn't happen or why this didn't go right. Let me tell you something. Things don't always go right. Sometimes they go left. Things don't always happen the way we want them to or happen the way we planned it to. But here's what you got to do. There's still some opportunities in front of you that you need to get glued in and fixed in and locked in on, because those are the opportunities that's going to help you get to your next. Let me tell you something. It's despise not small beginnings. I did not get where I am and sitting in this church tonight because everything went right. And I don't believe that my process was held up. I believe sometimes I got in the way, and sometimes, but those are just learning experience. But I believe tonight, because I did not allow those opportunities to get away from me, that some may have just felt like this is unnecessary. It's just like doing next level. You know, I feel like there's an opportunity here. And I feel like if I just do this and I do it the right way, and I put my time and energy, somebody say, Bishop, you talking to me, and I really work hard at this, something has already transpired from this. I got Next Level Thinking Douglasville. I do programs through Next Level Thinking. I work outside of the church with Next Level Thinking. But it started with taking advantage of Periscope. It started taking advantage of the conference line. It started just saying, listen, I may have had a bad day, but I got to get up and keep going. I want you to put this on the screen and tell yourself, just keep going. Sometimes we get lost in the shuffle. And that's our problem. Sometimes we get lost in the chaos. And you got to learn how to take a deep breath, step back and say, but I can do something. Just because it ain't happening for you, it's something there. And do what you can. Hear me tonight. I want you to put this on the screen. Do what you can. Do what you can. And stop worrying about what you can't. Hear me. Do what you can and stop worrying about what you can't. And you got to focus on the opportunities, because small opportunities turn into large opportunities. And you'll thank God later. You really will thank him later for allowing you to go through the small things. Everybody say this with me. It takes small steps. See, sometimes we're so busy trying to take giant steps till we forget that it takes small steps to get to those big steps. Because sometimes what you think you're ready for, God may give you opportunities on your job. He may give you opportunities for school. He may give you opportunities just for you to just start experiencing some things. And you know, he wants you to pay attention to details. That's one thing that my baseball coach used to tell us all the time. It's the details. Somebody put this on the screen. Pay attention to details. And sometimes we get so caught up in the results and we looking for this big old opportunity that sometimes God is saying, pay attention to the details, because that's what's going to get you there. So first thing you got to do is focus on opportunities that you do have. You know, how many of you all know tonight something good is happening for me? Somebody put this on the screen. The Lord is blessing me right now. So I got to focus on that. Number 2, focus on what you have left and not what left you. Let me say this again. This is good. Focus on what you have left and not what left you. Stop crying over your losses and start celebrating over what you still do have. Somebody put this on the screen tonight. I got something left. And you got to focus on that. Man, stop diminishing what little progress, if that's the case, that you have made. I was just telling a pastor this, that he was telling me just some things that he was going through in his church and kind of, you know, losing some people and kind of, you know, finances and different things. And I said, Pastor, and he was just, you know, all in, and he just needed to talk. And when he got through, I said, you're a great man. You've done some amazing things. You've accomplished some amazing things. Stop. Stop being so critical on yourself and look at what you have left. One of the things that I try to do, and I said this last night in Bible study, I've learned to stop insulting the faithful people by continuing to fuss at those that are not paying attention to nothing you're doing. I'm grateful of what God have given me. Somebody said that tonight. I'm just grateful of what God has given me. And I don't want to keep making it seem as though what I have ain't nothing. Some of you all, just like I told Pastor, you're an amazing person. I said, man, you've accomplished things that, look at where you started. Look at what you have. Look at all of these things. And sometimes, you know, I get in trouble for just being positive, but that's just who I am. Because sometimes we're so busy, caught up and focused on what is not going right till we stop looking at what has gone right for us. Watch this. I want you to remind yourself tonight. Say, self, you made it. Now you hadn't made it to where you want to end up at, but boldly say this to yourself. Type it bold. You made it. You did what you could do with what you had to work with. Mama, daddy, husband, wife, friends, whoever's under the sound of my voice, you didn't have a whole lot to work with, but you made it happen. And that's enough praise. Come on, somebody tonight, hear me. You got to learn how to focus on what's left. The devil ain't took everything. Matter of fact, whatever God got for you, the devil can't take it anyway. You cannot curse what God has blessed. I know sometimes, and take it from me, sometimes it just feels like you're losing. Sometimes when you think you should be winning. I look at gas prices, and my heart, and I'm not being, belittling anybody, but I know that I have to move around. So I know I got to purchase gas. I know God is going to supply my needs, and he's going to take care of me and my family. He's going to take care of me to do the work that I need to do. But I think about all the people that are just having it so doggone hard right now. And when it's hard, you start being hard on yourself. Everything ain't got to be your fault. You ain't got to solve everybody's problem. And sometimes, hear me tonight, you don't have the answers to your own problems. You just don't know. Y'all hear me tonight? You just don't know. And I'm here to, let me help you. You don't always have to know. I used to think as a young pastor, I got to answer every problem, got to solve everything, I got to have a solution, everything. But I've learned sometimes God ain't gave me the answer yet. So I got to trust his will. You follow me? He don't always just tell you what to do. And sometimes you're so busy trying to solve this and fix this and do this. Let me tell you, focus on what you have left. And hear me when I say this free. Don't let people take what little you have left away from you. Yeah. Don't let people take what little you have left away from you. You got to protect you while you're looking out for everybody else. And sometimes people don't care. They ain't studying you. You not making it means everything to them. So you got to focus on what's left. Say it again. Say, I got something left. I got something. Sometimes you got to go in that shoebox. Sometimes you gotta dig for gold. Sometimes you gotta make up your mind. Sometimes you gotta operate on fumes. But you gotta say this to yourself, but I'm gonna make it. So you gotta focus on what's left. Leave all that other stuff behind. You still got something left. You still got something left. Focus on that. So you gotta focus on the opportunities that you do have, not on the ones you don't. That's number one. Number two, focus on what you have left and stop focusing on what left. If it's gone, it's gone. If it's God, it ain't leaving anyway. If it's gone, it's gone. I done tried to tell people right. I done tried to keep people in church. I done tried to keep people together. I done tried to give the best advice possible. I've tried to make people feel better in a bad situation. But I'm here to tell you, sometimes you just got to let it go. Some things ain't even worth fighting for. Come on, somebody hear me tonight. Anybody here tonight say, sometimes you just got to let it go. And if it's God, and if God gave it to you, he got to fix it. I remember, I tell you all this story often. I remember about to lose this church. And I remember having the opportunity. I could have saved it by writing a bad check. That's when we was writing checks. And I knew I didn't have the money. And I said, well, I'm going to get in this church, this check Friday. And I'm just going to come in Sunday and just let the church know we're going to raise this money. And it was a big sum of money. And I knew that my church wasn't my faith. We weren't capable of raising that kind of money. And God, as I'm writing a check, I was sitting in my office and I was getting ready to take the check Friday to the mortgage company. And God said, you don't trust me. That's why you're writing that check. You don't trust me. You're taking it upon yourself to resolve this issue. And it's not going to work. You can write it, but you'll lose it if you write it. Tell them you don't have it. Just tell them you don't have it. It was so, but Lord, you don't have it, but do you trust me? Because see, sometimes we say it's our faith and it's really our fear. If I'm helping you, I say, Bishop, you helping me tonight. We say it's our faith, but it's really our fear. And I had to trust God. I didn't write the check. I did not write the check. And I called him and said, I just don't have it. And you know what the response was? Well, I'm leaving out of the country, so when I get back, we'll discuss it. Let's splice it up. Let's make a payment plan. Let's do whatever. We'll get it worked out. That was the end of it. I'm worried about something that God already had worked out. See, tonight, some of you all, you're worried about things because you're operating in fear. But now you got to learn how to operate in faith. And so you got to trust and look at what you have left. Finally, focus on what helps you and not what hurts you. Focus on what helps you, not the things that hurt you. Stop talking about things all the time that hurt you. Sometimes when you're grieving, you need to discuss it and you need to talk about it. But then sometimes you need to shift your focus on something else. Sometimes I can feel certain things in certain ways, and I can feel stress. I can feel like I'm getting ready to worry about something. I can feel like somebody finna tick me off. I can feel like I'm getting ready to go there. And then I have to now shift my focus on really what's going to help me. Is it going to help me to worry or hurt me to worry? Come on, somebody. Is it going to help me to believe or hurt me not to believe? See, is it going to help me more? So I shift my focus on the things that can help me. Today, seeing my daughter graduate, that helped me. It meant the world to me to see her graduate. Today, to hear CJ got a full ride scholarship, that helped me. You know, to just see people doing well helps me to focus more on those things and not the things that what? Always hurt you. Life, somebody hear me tonight, life can get you down. Life can get you down. Life can beat you up to the point that you honestly don't know, fix this phone, you honestly don't know what to do. And then things and people, now, let me tell you something, a lot has happened to you. A lot has happened to me. A lot of things have happened. Come on, let me sit up for this one. I felt betrayed. I felt, cut. I felt a lot of things. And sometimes, even as a leader, it's like once you help people, it's like they decide I'm out of here. And that hurts. It hurts to have to wonder what you did sometimes. It hurts to know that you help people and they ain't trying to help. There's so many things that it hurts to be standing at a gas pump and gas is over $4 and you see people that barely can make it. You see people with, my mom and people that just got a little bit. Oh, it hurts. But God is a very, very present help. And I focus on God is able. You guys get to a point to say, you know what, God, you're gonna keep gas in my car. You're gonna keep a roof over my head. I'm blessed and highly favored. Somebody put this on the screen. I'm blessed and highly favored. So I'm locked in to the fact that I know God is capable. So I'm not spending none of my time in this season of my life worrying about nothing. Somebody put this on the screen. I ain't worrying about nothing. I'm not worrying about, and I can't keep focusing on the things that hurt me. You are damaging yourself because whatever left you, whatever broke you, whatever you feel was done to you. And it don't mean all the time you was right. Because sometimes you hurt because you know you messed it up. But you got to look at what helped you. Just don't do it again. Just don't put yourself in the situation to do it again. Give yourself some grace. And if nobody else give you none, I'm giving you some tonight. You got to say to yourself, I'm going to be all right. Because you just got to look at the things that help you and get around people that are trying to help you. Stop fighting people that's trying to tell you right. I deal with this all the time. I deal with this week after week. People will fight you for trying to tell them what's right. Not what you feel, not what you think is right, but what is right. Because what's right and being people in your life, being honest with you, is going to help you. So tonight, I needed to just drop this in your spirit and get you to understand, man, God ain't through with us. Somebody say that tonight, God ain't through with us. God ain't let us down. God ain't just removed himself from our circumstances. We just got to shift our focus. Come on, type it. I got to shift my focus. I got to start looking in another direction. And here's my thing. I'm going to that next level. I just got to shift my focus. Let's pray. Father, tonight, I pray that every word that it was spoken on Next Level tonight don't fall on deaf ear. And I pray tonight that our focus begins to shift on the positive and not the negative. God, be our God and be our guide, and help us tonight to shift our focus. As we start this series, bless it and bless the people under the sound of my voice. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Come on, put this on the screen. I'm so glad I was on Next Level tonight. Come on, everybody said, I'm so glad I was on Next Level tonight. I'm so glad I was on Next Level tonight. And I want you to speak those things into your life that you believe. I'm focusing, I'm shifting my focus. Come on, type it about 3 times. I'm shifting my focus, I'm shifting my focus, I'm shifting my focus. Get your focus right. Get your mind right. God is not done with us yet. So let's shift our focus. Listen, if I blessed you tonight, if this broadcast blessed you, can you bless Next Level? Can we shift our focus sometime on making it easier for somebody else? Let me tell you something about seeds and when you sow into churches and, things that I'm doing with Next Level, communities, you may not have a lot. And some people do. They just choose not to give. But I'm telling you this. I'm focused on if it's just a little help. So before you just get off the broadcast tonight, I want you to remember, I help people through Next Level. And you help me help people. And so sometimes you got to shift your focus on helping people. And you got to trust in the church and the people you sow into and the organizations, whatever you sow into, you got to trust it. So I pray tonight that whatever you can sow, I just pray you be a blessing and expect God to bless you back. Because when you learn how to sow and be a blessing, God will bless you back. That's all I can say to you. I pray tonight that you receive this, and I pray tonight that you share it. And somebody say this as you leave. Bishop, I got it. Bishop, I got it. I got it. All right? I love you all. Thank you for your seeds. Thank you for your time. And I pray that you keep pushing yourself to the next level. All right? Share the broadcast. Talk to you all next week. God bless you.